Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to my YouTube channel Calculus and Mathematics Learning. In today's video, I am going to solve ETEA Engineering Mathematics portion of 2017 test. So in this video, I will try to solve most of the MCQs related with mathematics portion relevant with ETEA Engineering test of 2017. So ETEA Engineering test of 2013 mathematics portion. The first MCQs is for the function f of xyz is equal to xyz sine into xyz. They tell that find the derivative of this function with respect to x at the point 1, 1 and pi by 2. So move toward the solution of MCQ number first of ETEA 2017. The function is f of xyz which is equal to xyz into sine time of xyz. This function is three-dimensional function because it lies in 3 dimension xyz. So we will find the derivative of the function with respect to x. So over here, let's suppose I consider this as a single function and this as a single function. So that's why I will use the product rule of differentiation. So first function xyz, derivative of the second function will be sine derivative. You know that its derivative is cos, so it becomes cos of xyz. Partial derivative of the inner function, partial derivative with respect to x, derivative of the xyz, and plus second function which is sine time of xyz, and derivative of the first function using product rule of differentiation. So derivative of this function, partial derivative of xyz. So by simplification, xyz will comes down as it is, and after this cos of xyz, it will comes down as it is, and partial derivative of this function. You know that over here yz will play the role of a constant because we differentiate the function partially with respect to x. So it means that yz will play the role of constant and derivative of x with respect to x will be 1 plus sine time of xyz, and partial derivative of xyz using the same rule just we apply over here. It will yz is play a role of constant and derivative of x partially with respect to x will be just 1. Now they tells that find the derivative of this function with respect to x at 1, 1 and pi by 2. This one is actually x, this is y and this is z. So putting the values we will get the required result. So x is 1, y is 1 and z is pi by 2. And over here it becomes cos of 1 multiply 1 gives us 1 and 1 multiply pi by 2 will gives us pi by 2. And dot yz, y is 1 multiply z is pi by 2. And plus of sine into x and y is 1, it gives us 1 multiply z is pi by 2 into y is 1 and z is pi by 2. Now you know that cos pi by 2 is actually cos of 90 which gives us a value 0. So it means this term will give us a value 0 because 0 multiply anything will give us 0. So you know that sine pi by 2 is sine 90 and its value is just 1, and multiply by 1 multiply pi by 2 it will give us the result pi by 2, and 1 multiply pi by 2 will give us the required answer pi by 2. It means the correct option and for the MCQ number first of ETEA Engineering 2017 is option number A. Now move toward the second MCQ. So it tells that for a continuous function f of x on the AB, then the approximate root lies in the interval CB if 4 options are given. Remember the function will be continuous on AB if the approximate root lies in the interval CB. So for the interval CB the sign must be opposite. It means that the correct option is option D, which tells that f of x has a opposite sign at x is equal to B and C. So it means the opposite sign will be at the interval which is given. So the correct option is option number D. Move to the next MCQ number 3. For y is equal to x square plus constant c, equation of orthogonal trajectory is. So move to the solution of this MCQ. So y is equal to x square plus c is given. So we will take the derivative of both sides with respect to x. So let's suppose we take the derivative at a point G. So derivative of x square is 2x and derivative of a constant is 0. Now in orthogonal trajectory we find the derivative at another point. Let's suppose the another point is f, which is equal to the negative time of 1 divided by the original derivative which is at the point G. So dy by dx will be minus 1 divided by dy by dx at the point G is 2x. So shift dx on the right hand side, so dy will be minus dx by 2x. Now integrate both sides. So the integral of dy will be the minus 1 over 2 is a constant, so take it outside of the integral, and dx by x will come down inside the integral. So the integral of dy is y, and minus 1 over 2 will come down as it is, and the integral of 1 over x is ln x, and the constant we will take ln and the constant also. Now it becomes y is equal to ln this minus 1 over 2 will move to the power of x according to the property of logarithm. So it becomes ln of x power negative 1 over 2 and plus ln of c. Now using again the property of logarithm, when one ln come with a function and another ln come, they will multiply with each other if the positive sign comes in between them. So x power minus 1 over 2 will move to the numerator and it become under root of x. So it become 1 over under root of x plus ln of c. Now 1 over under root x will multiply with c, so the result will be y is equal to ln of c divided by root x. So the correct option for this MCQs is option number A. Now move to the next MCQs, MCQ number 4. It tells that the domain of the vector function f of t is equal to 2ti minus 3tj plus t raised to the power negative 1k will be. Remember that 2t is defined for all positive and negative real value. That's why the domain of this 2t is real. And the domain of 3t is also real because it is defined for each positive and negative real value. But over here, t raised to the power negative 1, it can be written as 1 divided by t. So for the domain for the function to be defined, the denominator should not be equal to 0. So it means that at t is equal to 0, this function will give us infinity and undefined, which is actually imaginary and not defined. So it means that this function is defined for all values of t except t is equal to 0. So the correct option is option number C. Move to the next MCQ number 5. d by dx of ln of x is equal to 1 over x. Then what will be the integral of ln of x dx? Move to the solution of this MCQ. So integral of ln of x dx, we cannot integrate ln of x directly, so it means that we can write the integral just like this, that integral of 1 dot ln of x and dx. We can multiply the ln x by 1, it again gives us ln of x. So we will use Euler rule for the integration by parts. So Euler rule tells that this is inverse, so this is logarithmic function, this is arithmetic function, this is trigonometric function, and a is an exponential function. So one is actually the arithmetic function and ln of x is the logarithmic function. So over here I is actually inverse, logarithmic is first. So it means that we will consider ln of x as a first function and one is actually the arithmetic function, so it is comes after the logarithmic function. So we will consider this as a second function. So using the integration by part, it tells that first function integral of the second function, which is 1, minus integral of derivative of the first function. First function is ln of x, so derivative of the first function, and integral of the second function, integral of the second function, which is 1. First function integral of second minus integral derivative of the first and integral of the second. So integral of the second, which actually 1 dx. So using this formula we will calculate the integration by parts. So ln of x will comes down as it is, and the integral of 1, you know that it is x, and minus time of integral of d by dx of ln of x is 1, and dot integral of 1, you know that it is x, and this dx will come down as it is. So x will cancel out with x, so x multiply ln x will comes down as it is, and minus will come down as it is, and the integral of we left with 1 dx. Now after simplification it becomes x ln x minus integral of 1, you know that it is actually x. So this is actually the required and desired answer, x ln x minus x. So the correct option for this MCQ is option number D. Now move toward the next MCQ, MCQ number 6. So equation of tangent line to the circle x square plus y square is equal to a square at the point x1 y1 is. 4 options are given. Taking the given circle equation x square plus y square is equal to a square, differentiate both sides with respect to x. X square derivative is 2x, y square derivative is 2y, and the derivative of inner function is y dash, which is actually dy by dx. Derivative of the constant a is 0. Now shift 2x on the right hand side, it become negative 2x, and divide with 2y. So we will required with a y dash. 2 cancel out with 2, we left with x by y. So derivative is actually minus x by y. Now we are finding the derivative at the point x1 y1. So replace x with x1 and y with y1. So the slope will be minus x1 over y1. Now using the equation of tangent line, which is y minus y1 is equal to m is a slope, x minus x1. So y minus y1 will come down as it is. M is a slope, which is actually minus x1 by y1 into x minus x1. This y will shift to the left hand side and multiply with both of these y minus y1. So y1 multiply y gives us y1, y1 multiply y1 gives us negative y1 square, minus x1 multiply x gives us minus x1, minus x1 multiply minus x1 gives us plus x1 square. Now shift minus y1 square on the right hand side and shift negative xx1 on the left hand side. So y1 it become plus xx1. This is negative y1 square. So shifting on the right hand side, it become x1 square plus y1 square. Now you know that x square plus y square is equal to a square. So put it over here. So the required equation of tangent line will be xx1 plus y1 is equal to a square. So the correct option is option number B. Now move to the next MCQs. MCQ number 7. If measure of central of a minor arc is theta, then the measure of the angle subtended by the corresponding major arc will be. Let's suppose this is a circle and this is one arc and this is a second arc. So this is actually the minor arc, and the minor arc, that tells that it makes an angle of theta. So that tells that what will be the theta made by the corresponding major arc. So this is actually the major arc passing from C to D and passing from A to D. So from over here we conclude this is the, let's suppose theta subtended by the minor arc, and let's suppose this is the angle which is made by the corresponding major arc, which is actually twice of the minor arc. So it means the correct option for this MCQs is 2 theta, option number A. Move to the next MCQs. If an equation involves the derivative of dependent variable of one independent variable, then it will be called ordinary differential equation. In ordinary differential equation, function depend on only one variable. In the partial differential equation, an unknown function depend on more than one variable. So over here that is that equation involves derivative of single variable which is independent variable. So that's why the result will be ordinary differential equation. Option number A is the right option. And MCQ number 9 tells that y is equal to x plus a is the solution of differential equation. So taking y is equal to x plus a, now take the derivative of both sides with respect to x. So on this side we left with dy by dx, and derivative of x with respect to x is 1, and as a constant its derivative is 0. So it means that dy by dx is equal to 1 is the solution. So the correct option is option number C. Now move to the next MCQ. MCQ number 10. If slope of family of a curve at a point f, let's suppose x square plus y square is equal to c is minus x by y, then the slope of the orthogonal trajectory of the second family at a point G will be. So we learned this in the previous MCQs of this test that let's suppose at a point f dy by dx is given, which is actually minus x divided by y. So for the orthogonal trajectory, we will take the derivative of the second function, second family. So let's suppose dy by dx of the second family is at a point G will be equal to the negative time of 1 divided by the original function derivative, which is dy by dx at a point f is equal to minus x divided by y. Now by simplification it becomes dy by dx will be, this y will move to the numerator and minus will cancel out with minus. So we left with y divided by x. Now shift dx on the right hand side and y on this side. So it becomes dy by y will be equal to, this is actually variable separable differential equation. So dy by y and dx by x, and now integrate both sides. So after this we are going to find the derivative, not the equation. Over here we are going to find the derivative. So from over here it becomes dy by dx of the second curve will be, this y will move to the numerator and this x will comes down as it is in the denominator. So this is actually the slope and derivative for the second family of the orthogonal trajectory. So the correct option for this MCQ is option number C.